solidarity to tackle development, climate, and digital divides. He praised Busan's resilience after the war and stressed that solidarity is vital for improving lives. Yoon also committed to increasing South Korea's official development assistance and expanding international aid. This conference, organized by the International Association for Volunteer Effort, returned to South Korea after 22 years, attracting around 800 volunteers and key figures. The Korean Film Council has named the new film studio under construction in Gijang-gun as Busan Gijang Studio, or KOFIC Busan Gijang Studios, and signed a land sale contract. The studio is expected to be completed by September 2026 and will start operating in 2027. The council highlighted the importance of securing land for the studio to ensure its stability after years of leasing. They committed to finishing the project on time, aiming to make Busan City and Gijang-gun a global film production hub. Busan regional SMEs and startups, along with Korea Southern Power, sent a trade mission to Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates, or UAE, from the 14th for 5 days. The mission involved 10 companies from Busan, Ulsan, and Gyeongnam. During the trip, they held 87 consultations with local UAE businesses, leading to export agreements worth $36.8 million and potential contracts totaling $8.45 million. The Busan regional SMEs and startups also assisted the participating companies with vendor registration and networking opportunities, among others. Time for international news. Ukrainian intelligence reports that North Korean troops may be deployed for the first time in the Kursk region of Ukraine as early as October 23rd, local time. Kirilo Budanov, the chief of defense intelligence of Ukraine, mentioned in an interview with the American military news outlet The War Zone on the 22nd local time that they expect the first unit of North Korean troops to arrive in the Kursk area on that date. Time now for the weather. Currently, it is 20 degrees Celsius and clear. The temperature will average around 18 degrees this evening. That's all we have time for this hour's news. Thanks for listening. You're listening to BEFM, 부산영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM, 부산영어방송.
Coming up next is For Your Busan with David Kim. BEFM, 부산영어방송.
1, 2, 3, 4.
People are usually drawn to others who show they like them. Simply put, when you know someone likes or respects you, you're more likely to feel positively toward them. And this is part of how people influence each other. Being nice to someone often makes them nice to you in return. So, if you want someone to like you, show that you like them first. Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is David Kim, and welcome to For Your Busan. Let's kick it off with this song, 슈퍼 참치 by Jin.
내 물고기는 어디 갔나 동해 바다 서해 바다 내 물고기는 어디 있을까 참치면 어떠하리 광어면 어떠하리 삼치면 어떠하리 상어면 어떠하리 내 낚싯대를 물어주오 그때 마침 잠시 내게 형형 나 좀 데려가요 참치 참치 Let's go 팔딱 팔딱 슈퍼 참치
That was Super Chamchi by Jin. My goodness, that was a short song, wasn't it? Good afternoon, everybody. I was just playing with the camera here at BFM live stream. Not too, but if you're watching live, you might have seen me fooling around with the camera angles and all that. But that was a short song. Caught me off guard for a second. Good afternoon. How are you all doing? I have a leather jacket on right now, and it's the perfect season to wear one. But in the studio, it's not as cool as outside, and I'm feeling the heat of embarrassment. But anyway, welcome to the show. Good afternoon, everybody. I did kick it off in the opening about attraction. Not the law of attraction, but do you find yourself easily attracted to others? Or do you think others are more often drawn to you? You know, feeling attracted to someone is a positive thing. It means they have noticed and appreciated your good qualities. And so, when do men and women typically feel that attraction? According to a survey, men said they feel most attracted to someone who laughs at and responds well to what they say. On the other hand, women said they feel most drawn to someone who pays attention to small details they didn't expect. So do you agree with these views? You know, but attraction isn't just about people. What about positive feelings toward local businesses in Busan? And according to a survey, nearly 50% of Busan citizens feel favorably toward their local companies, which is more than double the national average. Across the country, the average favorability is only 18.5%. Now, this preference also influences shopping habits, with 91% of Busan residents saying they choose local products and services when prices and quality are similar. Additionally, 78.2% of citizens said they'd be happy to work or have their children work at local companies. So what can Busan-based companies do to improve their favorability even more? Now, the main request from citizens was job creation. More jobs, please, please, please. Now, in the future, it would be wonderful if more jobs were created at local companies in Busan so people can have stable work. Hopefully, the positive feelings toward Busan's businesses will continue to grow. Good afternoon once again. For your Busan, I see Haeun Park name tuning in and saying, Super Chamchi crept up on David. It sure did. That chamchi came out of the chamchi can and it crept up to me saying, happy boo-boo. But yeah, you're tuned in to For Your Busan. There are many ways you can participate and have fun with me. And one of the ways is NutTube Live. We're streaming live right now, so come join in on the fun. Text in and say hi. And also, let me know today's text topic. So you guys will have to suggest a text topic that will be the text topic for the day. So suggest a topic to us by sending in a message to pound 9050 샵 9050. It will cost you 101. A Kakao Talk message or NutTube Live. You can add us on Kakao Talk by searching for 부산영어방송 and chat with me there. Meanwhile, I'll tell you what's coming up in today's show. We have Busan Is to kick it off. It's Busan Is Amazing. And that's where Hong Dang comes in. She's a news anchor here at 6 p.m. News. And she'll give us all the news updates and then all the interesting Korean idioms through a sub-segment called Haha Time. After that, we have DJ Chauffeur David's Journal, and you get to discover what caught my eye today. And then after that, we have Work Life Busan. Jennifer will be coming in, and she'll give us tips and tricks on how to achieve the perfect work life in the city of Busan. In the second half, we have My Life, My English. We get to listen to the stories of English learning as told by the people of Busan. Of course, we have our daily quiz segment. And then Melissa will be coming in for Busan Chingu Talk, who'll be sharing interesting and amusing anecdotes about how expats perceive life here in Busan. 네, 오늘도 문자, 카카오톡 그리고 너튜브 라이브 댓글로 참여해주신 분들께 선물이 기다립니다. Because it is a Wednesday show. 오늘은 수요일이죠. You could win a pizza 한 판 쿠폰. So participate and let's all have fun together. Let's go right into our first segment, Busan Is.
Stay connected to Busan's rhythm with For Your Busan, airing daily from 4:05 to 6 p.m. Blending your friends' voices with the latest information and news from our vibrant city.
It is time for Busan Is with Hong Dang-dang in the studio. Good afternoon.
네, 안녕하세요. 반갑습니다.
Fantastic weather today, isn't it?
네, 정말요.
Yeah, wow, it's perfect for a
오랜만에.
hike, perfect for a stroll around the park.
네, 그렇습니다.
And if, hiking in park is too far out to go out on a walk, just walk around your neighborhood. 엄청
네.
날씨가 좋아서요.
이럴 때는 막 걸으면서 방송하면 좋을 것 같아요.
that'd be
저 산
so
위에서
fun.
막 야외 공개 방송하면서
그거 봤어요. 혹시 소셜 미디어에서 어떤 사람이 회의를 하는데 항상 그린 스크린을 이렇게 메고 다녀가지고 자기가 집에 있는 것처럼 이렇게 회의를 줌 미팅 같은 걸 하더라고요.
네네.
We should have one like a green screen with the set background of the studio and walk around and do the 방송 together.
그 공작새 있잖아요.
Yeah.
그게
그런 거.
공작새처럼 착 펼쳐가지고
네, 그렇죠. Yeah, that'll be fun.
근데 그 공작새 날개를 벗는 게 더 나을 것 같은데 밖에 있으면 더 멋지잖아요.
Oh, for sure.
그죠? 네.
Anyway, we'll stop dreaming. 오늘 뉴스 소식 전해주세요.
네, 이렇게 아름다운 부산에 많은 관광객들이 오고 계시잖아요. 부산을 찾는 외국인 관광객 가운데 중국 단체 관광객이 7년 6개월 만에 다시 1위를 차지했습니다. 부산관광공사의 보고서에서 올해 8월 부산을 방문한 외국인 관광객은 27만 5천여 명으로 집계됐고요. 지난해 같은 달인 17만 9천여 명에 비해서 10만 명가량 늘어났습니다. 코로나19 이전인 2019년 8월에 24만 3천 명보다도 3만 명가량 많은 수치고요. 외국인 관광객 국적은 중국인이 5만 1,800여 명으로 1위를 차지했고요. 전체 비중의 18.8%를 차지했습니다.
So Chinese group tourists have returned as the top foreign visitors to Busan for the first time in over 7 years. In August, Busan saw around 275,000 foreign tourists, a significant increase from 179,000 the previous year and higher than the 243,000 visitors in August 2019 before COVID-19. And Chinese nationals led the foreign visitors count with 51,893, making up 18.8% of the total.
네, 부산과 울산 지역에서 외국인 근로자를 고용한 중소기업의 가장 큰 어려움은 의사소통인 것으로 나타났습니다. 중소기업중앙회가 부산과 울산 지역 외국인 근로자를 고용하고 있는 중소제조업체 84개사를 대상으로 진행한 조사 결과 전체 52.4%가 의사소통이 애로사항이라고 꼽았습니다. 이어서 숙식비 지원 등 인건비 부담이 17.9%, 또 잦은 사업장 변경 요구가 16.7% 순이었고요. 외국인 근로자의 월 평균 급여는 기본급 215만 원과 잔업수당 등 기타 수당 74만 원을 포함해서 289만 원으로 분석됐습니다.
So the biggest challenge for small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs in Busan and Ulsan employing foreign workers is communication issues, according to a survey by the Korea Federation of SMEs. Of the 84 companies surveyed, 52% cited communication problems, followed by the burden of living expenses, 17.9%, and frequent requests for job changes at 16.7%. The average monthly wage for foreign workers came to 2.89 million won, including a base salary of 2.15 million won and 740,000 won in overtime and allowances.
네, 부산시는 오랜 세월 묵묵하게 전통의 맥을 잇고 있는 무형유산 보유자들의 작품 전시회 2024 부산 무형유산 아트페어를 11월 1일부터 10일까지 부산시민회관에서 개최합니다. 이번 전시회는 사기장, 불화장, 화회장, 선화, 목조각장 등 무형유산 보유자 13명이 참여하고요. 이번 행사는 시민들이 보유자의 작품을 감상하고 동시에 작품을 소장할 수 있는 기회도 가지게 됩니다.
So Busan City Government announced that it will host the 2024 Busan Intangible Cultural Heritage Art Fair from the 1st of November to the 10th at Busan Citizens Hall. The exhibition will feature works from 13 intangible cultural heritage holders, including artisans in ceramics, Buddhist painting, floral art, line drawing, and wood carving. Visitors will have the opportunity to appreciate and purchase these traditional works.
네, 강서구에서 낙동강을 건너서 사상구 삼낙동을 잇는 도로 건설 사업이 본격적인 공사에 들어갑니다. 대저대교 건설 사업인데요. 강서구 식만동에서 사상구 삼낙동 사상공단을 잇는 8.24km 도로 건설 사업입니다. 부산시는 총 사업비 3,956억 원을 들여서 낙동강을 횡단하는 대저대교와 서낙동강교를 포함해 8개 교량과 3개 교차로 등을 짓게 됩니다.
All right, so Busan City has officially begun a road construction project connecting Gangso District with Samnakdong and Sasang District via the Nakdong River. A groundbreaking ceremony was held at Daejeon Ecological Park today, attended by Mayor Park Kyung-jun, along with 300 residents. And the project, with a budget of 395.6 billion won, will include the Daejeon and Seonakdong River bridges, along with 8 additional bridges and 3 interchanges.
네, 영국 로얄 러셀의 부산 캠퍼스 건립 사업이 중앙투자심사 관문을 통과했습니다. 영국 로얄 러셀 부산 캠퍼스 건립 사업은 지방재정법상 행정안전부의 타당성 조사 용역과 중앙투자심사 대상 대규모 투자 사업인데요. 부산시 제1호 외국 교육기관이 될 로얄 러셀 부산 캠퍼스는 내년에 착공해서 2028년 8월을 개교로 목표로 하고 있습니다.
So Busan's first foreign educational institution, the British Royal Russell School campus, has passed a key review by the Ministry of the Interior and Safety. This is a long-awaited project in western Busan. It aims to begin construction in 2025 and open by August 2028.
네, 오늘 낮 12시 40분 중 금정터널에서 KTX 청룡 열차가 갑자기 멈춰 섰습니다. 부산역에서 출발한 열차는 금정터널에서 신호장치 오류로 7분가량 운행을 중단했는데요. 한국철도공사는 점검을 마치고 해당 열차를 다시 운행시켰습니다. 철도공사 관계자는 실제 열차 내 이상이 생긴 것은 아니며 7분 지연 상태로 운행하고 있다고 말했습니다.
So at around 12:40 p.m. today, the KTX Cheongyong train suddenly stopped at the Kumjong Tunnel in Busan. It was stopped for about 7 minutes due to an error indication from the automatic train protection ATP system in the Kumjong Tunnel. Now, the Korea Railroad Corporation completed an inspection and resumed operation of the train.
네, 경남도와 낙동강 유역환경청 또 부산시, 울산시가 일회용품 없는 축제를 만들기 위해서 함께 힘을 모으기로 약속했습니다. 이번 협약은 지역 축제하는 그 축제장에서 자원을 절약하고 재사용을 촉진해서 지속가능한 순환 경제사회 전환에 이바지하자 이런 취지에서 이루어졌는데요. 낙동강청은 일회용품 없는 축제가 자리 잡을 수 있도록 행정적, 재정적 지원을 적극 아끼지 않고 협조하기로 했습니다.
Right, so Gyeongnam Province, the Nakdong River Basin Environmental Office, Busan and Ulsan are cooperating to create festivals without single-use products. Now, the agreement aims to promote resource conservation and reuse at local festivals to contribute to the transition toward a sustainable circular economy. The Nakdong River Office pledged to actively provide administrative and financial support to ensure the success of these festivals.
네, 자 부산 소식은 여기까지 전해드리고요. 오늘 절기를 말씀드려야죠. 이렇게 좋은 날이 너무 맑고 쾌청하잖아요. 오늘은 절기상 상강.
상강.
서리상 내릴강. 서리가 내린다는 얘기예요. 그만큼 추워지는데 요즘에는 너무 따뜻한 날이 계속돼서 그렇게 실감은 안 나지만 낮에 그 가을의 쾌청함은 있는데 밤 기온이 매우 낮아집니다. 내일도 낮아요. 갑자기 낮아지니까 좀 조심하셔야 되고 서리가 내리는 말 그대로 시기라는 뜻입니다. 국화주 마시면서 나들이도 하고 추수도 하고 여유로운 시간을 옛날에 보내셨던 것 같아요. 우리 조상들도. 네, 자 여기서 속담 또 드려야죠.
Okay. Time
네,
for Korean idiom.
네, 상강하면은 무엇이 피어나고 하강하면 연꽃이 피어난다 이런 속담이 있다고 하더라고요. 저도 처음 봤어요.
Okay.
네, 이게 사람의 운명도 바뀔 수 있다 이런 말이에요. 상강하면 무엇이 피어날까요? 꽃 이름입니다.
꽃 이름.
가을에. 네.
Okay.
1번 국화, 2번 모란, 3번 개나리.
It's not 개나리.
개나리 땡?
개나리 is 봄.
네네.
So
가끔 겨울에 피어나는 개나리 가끔 봤는데.
Okay.
네.
Poor 개나리.
네네네.
시기를 잘못 알아가지고.
조기 교육 개나리.
근데요, I've seen some flowers. They bloom. They started blooming already. 봄 아닌데 봄 꽃들이 이렇게 피는 것도
네.
봤어요.
맞아요. 이렇게
요즘 너무
따뜻한
따뜻해가지고.
네, 맞아요, 진짜.
네, 큰일입니다. Anyway, I'm thinking it's 국화 because you said 국화차.
오, 와우, 맞네요.
Yeah, you gave the hint away.
제가 아는 모든 말의 힌트가 맞습니다.
네.
국화. 상강하면 국화가 피어나고 하강하면 연꽃이 피어난다. 이런 얘기는 사람의 운명이 바뀔 수도 있다는 의미로 썼다고 하는데 하강하면 연꽃이 피어난다. 이 말은 아직 공부 중이에요. 잘 모르겠어요.
연꽃. Lotus flower, and
네.
then 국화 is chrysanthemums.
네, 여러분의 해석이 필요합니다.
Yeah.
그리고 농가의 속담으로 한 해 김치 맛이 이 상강에 달려 있다는 속담도 있대요. 이때 날씨에 따라서 배추의 맛이 들고
그렇죠.
농사도 어떻게 되고 막 이런
For sure.
김장.
배추가 아삭아삭해야
그렇죠.
맛있는데 그죠?
네네. 또 밤에는 또 온도가 탁 낮아지면서 서리도 좀 내리고 한 낮에는 또 따뜻한 기온이 또 있고 하면서 배추가 맛있어지나 봐요.
맞습니다.
무도 맛있어지고.
Yeah, the temperature will dip. Will be really cold overnight. So please take
네.
care of your health, and we'll see you tomorrow. 홍당당.
그렇습니다. 건강하게 내일 뵙겠습니다.
Alright.
감사합니다.
Okay, that was 홍당당 with us for Busan Is. We have yet. We do have a text topic chosen. 여러분이 가장 좋아하는 꽃은 무엇인가요? 꽃말을 알고 있다면 꽃말도 알려주세요. What is your favorite flower? And I don't know what 꽃말 is in English, but do you know the symbolic meaning behind the flowers that you like? Does it have special meanings to it? Let us know as well what flowers you like the best and any symbolic meanings that the flower carries. So text in to pound 9050 샵 9050 will cost you 101 a Kakao Talk message or not Tube Live. We'll take a quick song break and we'll be right back. This is Don't Break the Heart by Tom Grennan.
I'm on my knees, I'm begging you. Don't break the heart, just loving you. I'm sitting here in this lonely room. No, there's nothing left, it's only me and you. Holding on to heaven, but the heavens closed down on me. Nothing lasts forever, nothing goes to plan. Don't you lose your grip, be letting go of my hand. Cause every single second is a second that we can't get back. Here we go, going cold in the hear all the sirens, I should go. But if this is the end of the line, then hold me close, and we gotta let it one last time. Don't slip away, leave me behind. I'm on my knees, I'm begging you. Don't break the heart that's loving you. Try my best not being brave, but this is more than I can take. I'm on my knees, I'm begging you. Don't break the heart that's loving you. 1 minute you're here, then you're gone the next. Turning into strangers like we never met. Counting every blessing like a lesson that you told me. Here we go, going cold in the silence. Never know till you hear all the sirens. I should go, but if this is the end of the line, then hold me close, and we gotta let it one last time. Don't slip away, leave me behind. I'm on my knees, I'm begging you. Don't break the heart that's loving you. Try my best not being brave, but this is more than I can take. I'm on my knees, I'm begging you. Don't break the heart that's loving you. It's loving you. It's loving you. It's loving you. Don't break the heart that's loving you. Here we go, going cold in the silence. Never know till you hear all the sirens. I should go, but if this is the end of the line, then hold me close, and we gotta let it one last time. Don't slip away, leave me behind. I'm on my knees, I'm begging you. Don't break the heart that's loving you. Try my best not being brave, but this is more than I can take. I'm on my knees, I'm begging you. Don't break the heart that's loving you. Sitting here in this lonely room, no, there's nothing left, it's only me and you. Holding on to heaven, but the heavens closed down on me.
All right, and now you're hearing this song. What's happening? It is time for DJ David's Journal. Dear Diary, the college entrance exam or suneung is coming up soon. Have you heard of suneung band songs? Now, these are songs with very catchy choruses that get stuck in your head all day long and well, lately I've had one stuck in mine, which is 아파트, performed by Blackpink's Rosé and Bruno Mars. Now, 아파트 is just the Korean word for apartment, but with the song's global popularity, it might become as well known as the English word. It shot to #1 on Korean charts and topped daily charts in over 10 countries, including the US and Canada. Speaking of apartments, they have a long history. Modern apartments began in Paris after the French Revolution, and in Korea the word apartment was first used in 1925. And today, over half of Korean households live in apartments, and the trend really took off in the 70s when nuclear families became common. Now, Korea is known as the apartment republic, with complexes that offer everything from gyms to schools within their grounds. You know, it's great to see Korean apartments gaining recognition worldwide. And yes, the 아파트 song is still stuck in my head. 아파트, 아파트, 아파트. 아파트? 아파트. I'm going to change the rhyme and the melody so that it won't get stuck in your head. 아파트. 아파트. But no, it still remains in my head as 아파트, 아파트. Oh no. Welcome back. You're tuned into For Your Busan if you're just tuning in. And today's text topic is, what's a flower that you like the most? And do you know the symbolic meanings behind it? Share it with us to pound 9050. Shop 9050 will cost you 101 a Kakao Talk message or NoTube Live. We've had some people text in their favorite flowers. We've had Kukwa by Change Pasnim. We've also had, let's see, Ponim. 지금은 없지만 은방울꽃을 초딩 때 좋아했어요. 꽃말은 찾아보니 희망, 섬세함, 순애, 틀림없이 행복해집니다래요. Lots of great symbolic meanings behind 은방울꽃. Is that silver bell flower? 희망 is hope. 섬세함 is being intricate, I guess. 순애, I'm not really sure what that is, but maybe something about love? 제가 가장 좋아하는 식물은 목련이에요. 목련의 꽃말은 고귀함이에요. 꽃말이 영어로는 language of flowers. Wow, that's an interesting word. Floriography. Wow, cool. Thank you, 아빠님. We've also had Beninim saying, I like rose. The symbolic one for rose is, of course, love and royalty. Right, rose. 장미는 진짜 색깔마다 의미가 조금씩 다 다르잖아요. There's like different symbolic meanings behind different colored roses. Like red is for usually confession, like love, passion, and desire. And I think yellow was for friendship and joy. So if you are to go on a date and you bring in yellow roses, you might give the wrong impression to your date. Something to keep that in mind as well, maybe. Yeah. What else? What other flowers do you guys like? Change Positive said, poppy, 꽃을 좋아해요. 이맘때쯤 매년 브로치로 달고 다니는 것 같아요. Right, especially in North America because of the day, because of Remembrance Day, because it has a symbolic meaning to poppies, the field of poppies where the soldiers lay and they're buried. So poppies are really popular these days in North America, at least. In Korean, that would be 양귀비. All right. Any other messages, any other flowers that you guys love and like, send it to me and let me know. We'll go right into our next segment without further ado.
You are now listening to For Your Busan with David Kim. Stay tuned every day from 4:05 to 6 p.m. for more.
It is time for Work Life Busan with Jennifer in the studio. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. How about yourself?
The song, 아파트 song. It's stuck in my head now.
Oh, I'll change it for you. It's 아파트, 아파트.
You know, in Gyeongsang province, so we say 아파트 with different intonation.
아파트.
아파트, that's right.
Blueberry. It's that.
You know that?
Yeah, it's that trending media. I've seen that.
Yeah.
Can you say it properly? I mean, not properly. Not Busan.
Busan.
Not Gyeongsang style.
아파트.
아파트. How about
it's
blueberry?
More blueberries. Blueberry.
You have the.
I have the Busan.
사투리.
Yeah, 사투리.
Blueberry
smoothie.
I can't say it.
Blueberry smoothie.
I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do this the regular non-dialect version. Blueberry. I don't know. Anyway, we're here for Work Life Busan.
Yeah.
What's the theme for today?
Oh, today's theme is 회식.
회식.
Yeah, company
I love
dinners.
seafood.
Oh. Not raw fish.
All right, gotcha.
Do you like 회식? Company dinners? Like
Company
sometimes-
outings. Yeah, I suppose so because you get to eat for free.
Yeah, here at the radio, do you often have a company dinner?
Last time was like a couple of years ago, I think.
For Christmas, maybe.
No, we do have it like once a year at least.
Yeah.
Especially maybe like New Year Day or something like that.
So it's coming up. Yeah, the
I
weather is
suppose
getting
so.
cold.
Yeah, that day is coming up. D minus
네.
something days.
공짜 dinner.
Exactly. That's when we can eat all we want.
Okay.
Okay. It's like, 저 몇 인분 더 먹을래요.
Yeah. So you like it?
It's not too bad. I think it's. I like it because we don't have it often. It's not like
Just
we
once
have,
in a while, yeah.
3 times a year, 4 times a year. We just have it like once in a blue moon type of thing. So
But as you know, it's something that's deeply rooted in Korean corporate culture. That
it is.
회식 문화, 회식 culture. But it's also something that's been changing a lot in recent years, especially after COVID.
Especially during COVID, things have changed a lot with social distancing and group gatherings have been not allowed,
not
set by
encouraged.
Korea. So because of those times, I think companies and other company regulations and policies have changed.
Have changed a
right.
bit. Yeah. So, according to a survey to a survey of 124 office workers, about 62% said they've lied or made excuses to avoid attending evening 회식.
Okay.
And about 70% of them said they feel like these dinners are just an extension of work.
Oh no.
They take it as a part of work.
Oh no.
So it's no wonder why a lot of people aren't that enthusiastic about them.
I can kind of see how some people don't want to do 회식 because I've talked to many of my friends, varying nationalities. I've talked to international friends who are just visiting Korea or maybe exchange. They come here to work for brief periods of time and then return back to their home country. And they tend to love the Korean 회식 culture.
Yeah.
But one thing that they told me was that it did feel like an extension of work because you're with your coworkers for 8+ hours a day. And then you have 회식, which could be a minimum of 3 hours to 5 hours long.
Yeah, depends
And so you
on-
feel like you're just living with them pretty much.
I know, but for expats, they feel like it's an opportunity to mingle
For
and
sure.
learn about the culture. But for Koreans, it's different story.
Well, even for the expats too, if it happens regularly, once a week type of thing, it comes
that's
too
too
much.
often.
Yeah,
Yeah,
too
that's too
often. So it really
much.
depends on your
Yeah.
experiences, I suppose.
The type of 회식 that people want to avoid the most is the one where they have to perform. Like dancing or singing,
no.
like 노래방. And 48% of people picked that as the worst. Singing in 노래방, and you feel you have to entertain managers. And
Sure, yeah.
following that, 22% don't like being forced to drink. And 11% said they hate long dinners that drag on without considering when people need to go home.
Right. So the fact that you have to be there for such a long time,
Yeah, and you
it
start
can be very
yawning.
tiring.
Yeah.
And you have to have nunchi as well a little bit because maybe your boss and the boss of that boss don't want to go home just yet.
Yeah. Do you personally like entertaining people at 노래방?
I like entertaining people on this show and only this show.
Only the show.
Yeah, anything outside of this show, it can be tough.
And also, it's
Yeah.
different when you're with your friends. And
for sure.
Yeah, that's a big difference. You're with your coworkers. It's never the same. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, and I can really see why. We've had some messages come in. We've had 아빠님 saying, 저도 회식 좋아하는데 재택근무하는 지금은 회식은 없고 자율근무라서 그게 좀 좋은 것 같아요. 서로 이제 싸울 일도 없고요. I hope you don't 싸워 with a lot of people when you do go to work. But yeah, I guess you do have that freedom all by yourself to not be bothered by anyone.
Yeah.
And no chance of getting into personal conflicts with anyone because you're at home working. But yeah, a lot of people, did say that dancing and singing, and I can kind of see why that's something that they don't want to be involved in, because they're not comfortable with it.
No.
So, what's the ideal end time for these dinners according to the survey?
According to the survey, the majority said 9 p.m. is the sweet spot. And as for what kind of 회식 they prefer, 39% said they would rather focus on good food than alcohol. So it's clear that people's attitudes towards company dinners have changed a lot.
Right, and I think a lot of the one of the big K-dramas that a lot of people watch outside of Korea to know about the not so great 회식 culture is, I think it's 미생?
Oh, 미생.
Is that the K-drama?
K-drama, yes.
Yeah, because it's about this guy who gets hired to work for a big company and they have 회식 and things like that, right?
Yeah.
And so that's where they have a gist understanding, a small understanding
But
of...
the culture has changed.
Yeah, it's changing,
but
right.
still, like, there's a generational conflict. Some people, like young employees, they don't feel like, they feel like guilty they have to make up an excuse not joining the 회식.
For sure. We've had more messages here. Change 파스님 saying 춤 노래 부담스러워요. 고수님 saying 회식으로 노래방은 별로인 것 같아요. And then 성이름님 saying 회식 때 그냥 저녁 먹고 헤어졌는데 연말엔 영화 보고요. 요새 많이 바뀐 줄 알았어요. 영화도 보나요?
네.
You guys go to movie theaters now?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a new trend, and some companies have a lunch instead of dinner.
Yeah, that's a trend that I've been seeing as well. Changing it from dinner gatherings to lunch, because with lunch you have to eat fast and get back to work.
Yeah, and you have to eat anyway.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so a lot of people want something more relaxed. And they don't want to have to go through the drinking part. They don't want to stay out too late. But we still know that this is still a big topic for debate in many workplaces. Yeah. And I believe we have a couple of listener stories today, right?
Yeah. Okay, let's start with the first one. Our first story comes from someone named Kay, who works in corporate affairs at a company with about 60 employees. Kay has been tasked with organizing the company year-end 송년회, or year-end party, and they are really struggling with it. Here's what Kay had to say. I've been asked to find a venue for our company's 송년회, but at the year-end party, but the number of attendees is tricky to manage. It's not too big, but not too small either, so finding the right place has been tough. The goal of this event is to bring the team closer together and reflect on the past year. But honestly, I feel like our company's relationships are so distant that one dinner won't really make a difference. Should we even bother with these big events? Or should it be better to just have smaller gatherings by department and keep it simple?
Yikes. Yeah, so this is, it's tricky. Because
so among employees, they're not really close. Their relationship is a bit distant. Yeah,
and that usually happens when your company is too big and there's too many departments.
Yeah,
maybe there's the service department, the admin, the financial, district or not district departments as well. But at the same time, 송년회 is just that one big 회식 event that happens once a year. And it's a chance to build stronger connections.
Yeah.
Maybe especially among managers too, right? Because that's when they get to all kind of get together. But if people already feel distant, it might feel forced, and that doesn't go along on the lines of what 회식 is, right? So what would you suggest to Kay?
I think Kay has a point. If people aren't close to begin with, one big dinner probably won't magically bring them together. Maybe having smaller, more relaxed gatherings by department might be more effective. It could allow for more meaningful conversations and reduce the pressure of having to interact with a large group with people you don't really know. Plus, it's easier to plan. Finding a venue is always a bit of stress.
Right. Yeah. I feel like when you look for venues for big companies, I don't know. I've never really worked for like a big company, but I feel like they might have to rent out like a wedding hall because
But
of so many
60
people, right?
here, like
60
people. It's not
Yikes.
like super big, but it's not small. So
But yeah, they can't fit in a single restaurant with 60 people.
yeah,
They gotta,
it's
yeah.
tricky number.
Exactly.
And then like some people always complain, 여기는 맛이 없다, 뭐
Oh, no.
저기는 너무
Yeah.
멀다. Yeah. They complain about the distance. And
Oh yeah, for sure. So smaller groups, I guess it can feel more personal and people might be more comfortable for sure.
Yeah. Another option could be to arrange a lunchtime catering service. So at least all employees can get together in one place.
For sure.
If that's the goal.
Yeah, I agree. 고수님 saying 회식이든 뭐든 작게 하는 게 낫지 않을까요?
네.
작게 with small number of people instead of a large group of people. That's good. And then we've had many messages about 송년회 and maybe they're not so great experiences, but also when they did do 회식, some of them, 진리님 said 예전에 회식 때 노래방에서 자주 잘 놀았대요. So there are people who can fit in very well,
Then they
blend
can make
in
a
very
small
well.
group like afterwards.
Yeah, people who want to go to 노래방 go to this group.
Yeah.
People who want out go to this group.
home and you can divide it into two
Hopefully
groups.
no one labels you. No one makes any labels there. Okay, so let's do you have another one?
Yes, our second story comes from a team leader who's facing a different kind of problem. They've been trying to organize team dinners with the younger staff, but it hasn't been going well. Well, David, could you please read this one for us?
Okay. So I'm a line manager at a medium-sized company. I've tried suggesting team dinners to help build, I guess, teamwork.
Yeah.
But every time I bring it up, the younger team members either give me vague answers or just don't seem interested. One of them even asked, "Can't you just give us the money or a meal voucher instead?" I was shocked and honestly didn't know how to respond. It's frustrating to see how individualistic the company culture is becoming, and I'm not sure how to bring the team together anymore. That's
David,
tough. Yeah.
you should try this.
I should try.
Year-end party, go up to like
Can't you just give us the money instead? Yeah.
to see the reaction.
But the thing is, I can say it because I'm a freelancer, right? Once again, if I worked for a company and I'm getting, work like monthly salary, I'm part of the company, really part of it. Despite the fact that I've been here for a long time and they treat me like I'm part of it, which I feel grateful of. But technically, I'm not. Right?
I'm just curious what they would say. If you
They'll probably just ignore me. I feel like
crazy guy.
Yeah, but
What's wrong with you?
I've heard of stories like this happening, and it's a little shocking.
Oh, I can imagine how that must have felt for the line manager. It's clear that team bonding is important to the team leader, but the younger staff don't seem to value it the same way. Like, I don't mean to stereotype all young people, but like young person in this story, this particular story.
Yeah, more and more people these days are more outspoken these days with their opinions and their wants and needs, which is good.
Yeah, which is great.
I feel like it's better to speak out than holding it in and suffering inside out. But it's also interesting to see how it's changing. The trend is changing.
Yeah.
You hear different opinions from different people all the time nowadays.
Yeah.
And it's how would you deal with this?
Oh, it's about finding what works best for the group, instead of forcing something that doesn't really fit the current work culture. And I know it really hurts line manager's feelings in this story. It sounds like he's really hurt, but they need to find like happy medium to see what works in this team.
Right. Meet in the middle.
Meet in the middle.
Right.
I mean, it's interesting to see how the culture around the 회식 has changed a lot, and it sounds like companies will still need to keep adapting.
For sure. Yeah. Work-life balance is becoming more important among people, not just the young, but everyone of all ages. And it's affecting how people view company dinners or company outings as well. Now, I guess employers, they need to find ways to make these gatherings feel less like a burden and more like a chance to genuinely connect.
Yeah, well said.
Yeah, so maybe even hold orientations before 회식, before months ahead of 회식, have an orientation that 회식 is no longer the 회식 you know 10 years ago. It's a time to connect with others and to have a great networking experience with different people from different departments.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm sure this is a topic that many of our listeners can relate to.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks for sharing these stories. And I hope Kay and the team leader can find a good solution.
I hope so too. It's all about finding balance, showing some respect, and making sure everybody feels comfortable.
Indeed.
Yeah, 회식 shouldn't be torture.
No, it shouldn't be a source of stress as well, as many people have texted in and shared their stories of how just thinking about 회식, I read some messages that they were thinking of it and they just got stressed.
Yeah, but everybody loves good meals. So if
Exactly.
it's just a good meal and nice conversation,
I guess
why
look
not?
on the bright side,
Yeah.
right? Free food. You get to
Yeah.
talk to people and meet people you haven't you don't get to normally meet.
Yeah, you don't have to mingle with everyone in the room, you know.
Exactly. Maybe just the person next to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you don't like that person next to you, just go to the other table.
Oh, yeah, move around.
All right. Thank you so much for coming in. But before you go, Jennifer, today's text topic, people have been sending in messages with regards to today's text topic is, what is your favorite flower? And if you know the 꽃말, share it with us as well.
I don't know 꽃말.
Sure.
I like baby breath.
Baby breath?
Oh yeah, that's
애기 숨 냄새?
안개꽃.
안개꽃.
Yeah, 안개꽃.
Fog flower.
안개꽃. Yeah.
Oh, what kind of flower is that?
It's like a how I can't
Do they look-
describe. Like a white.
Like when you go to the wedding,
yeah.
the white little they look like
usually,
popcorn.
Yeah. Usually they like package them together with roses. Yeah.
Okay, that's what 안개꽃 is.
안개꽃. And I also like tulips.
Tulips. Okay. 안개꽃. Okay. That's what. 애기 방울, you said?
Baby breath.
Baby breath. Baby breath, that's what they're called?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. I call them popcorn flowers.
Popcorn flowers.
Yeah, they look like popcorn. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
flowers. Always make a good gift, but nowadays people don't often buy flowers.
Yeah, unfortunately. We've had Ponim saying, 안개꽃 검색해보니 예뻐요. 제니퍼님이랑 잘 어울림.
감사합니다. Thank you.
The 꽃말, 아빠님 said, 맑은 마음,
맑은 마음.
깨끗한 마음,
Oh.
사랑의 성공이랍니다. Maybe that's why you like it.
Oh, yeah.
Pure heart.
Pure heart.
Awesome. Thank you so much once again. We'll catch you next week.
Yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye-bye, listeners.
All right, that was Jennifer with us for Work Life Busan. 고수님 also texting in saying, 제니퍼님은 왠지 흰색이 어울리실 듯해요. White for anything, right? White flowers, white anything. Yeah, pure-hearted souls usually, right? Okay, thank you all for tuning in. Don't go anywhere. We'll continue the show at 5 p.m., but we'll wrap up the first hour with this song, Flower by Johnny Stimson.
What if my seasons don't change? What if you forget to forget me not and we fade away? You're my little flower, blooming in the night, only for an hour. The northern lights, my Casablanca sweetheart, nectar so divine. Baby, you're the best part can I do? What can I say to convince you to stay? All I see are tulips and I'm a hummingbird. Heavenly ambrosia in every curve. Honey dripping over my imagination. The fragrance keeps flowing straight down to my soul. What if I can't get you out of my thoughts? What if my seasons don't change? What if you love me, then you love me not, and we fade away? You're my little flower, blooming in the night, only for an hour. The northern lights.
Your bridge to the world. BEFM 부산 영어방송.
부산의 축제 어디까지 즐겨보셨나요? 과거와 현재, 미래가 공존하는 항구도시 부산. 이곳 부산은 계절을 물들이는 다양한 축제로 늘 풍성합니다. 봄의 시작을 알리는 봄꽃 축제부터 부산의 여름을 만끽하는 바다축제, 전 세계 영화인들이 모이는 부산국제영화제와 새로운 시작의 해맞이 축제까지. 부산의 축제는 우리의 열정을 가득 담고 있습니다. 바쁜 일상은 잠시 뒤로하고 특별한 시간을 선물 받는 바로 이곳 부산에서 우리의 삶은 축제가 됩니다. 축제로 하나 되는 부산, 여러분은 어떤 축제를 기다리시나요? 이 캠페인은 대선공익재단과 BFM 부산영어방송이 함께합니다.
부산 글로벌 도시재단 대표이사 전용호입니다. 부산은 대한민국의 굳건한 성장 동력으로서 물류, 금융, 영상, 관광, 문화, 디지털, 첨단 산업의 중심지인 글로벌 허브 도시로 나아가고 있습니다. 이를 위해 부산 글로벌 도시재단은 부산을 대표하는 도시 외교의 플랫폼을 지향합니다. 세계 평화도시 부산의 브랜드를 강화하는 부산 UN 위크와 부산 글로벌 도시 포럼, 유라시아 도시 외교단, 개발협력 포럼, 그리고 세계 시민축제는 부산의 소프트 파워의 상징으로 자리매김하고 있습니다. 부산 영어방송도 시민과 함께 영어하기 편한 도시, 세계와 경쟁하며 더불어 살아가는 부산을 만들어가겠습니다. 시민이 행복한 글로벌 허브 도시 부산, 부산 글로벌 도시재단이 함께합니다.
During the hot summer season, typhoons can make landfall here in Korea unexpectedly. To prepare for this type of situation, please follow these guidelines. First, close all doors and windows and stay inside. Listen to your radio or tune into your TV for more information and keep your weather radio handy.
태풍은 내일 새벽 3시.
Avoid dangerous places such as flood-prone areas and landslide hazard areas. Turn off all utilities such as gas and appliances. Do not go near construction sites or any hazardous areas where you may get swept away by rapids. Let's keep these things in mind so that we can all have a safe, hot summer season. This is brought to you by BEFM 부산영어방송.
The time is now 5 o'clock.
포열 부산?
That's it. 포열 부산 아닙니까? There you go.
원래는 울산 사람이니까 포열 부산 내리죠 이렇게.
You're absolutely right.
포열 부산.
Perfect. 포열 부산.
Yes.
할까요? 4year부터 잠깐만요.
You're now listening to For Your Busan with me, David Kim.
Hi guys, this is Jenny and yes, welcome back. Today we got our new guest. So let's say hi. Hello, hello.
Listeners. Hello everyone, my name is Jaeyoung Kim. I live in Busan, Haeundae. I'm 4 years old. I'm teacher in kindergarten where they call me Ellie. I'm happy to be here today to talk about my life, my English.
Okay, nice to meet you, Ali. So, as you said, you are a teacher in a kindergarten.
Yes.
Nice to meet you. Such a pleasure to have you here today. I want to ask you, since you're here in the studio, how did you get to know about this BFM?
I have known it for the first time because of my friend's introduction. She said, it's an amazing program. It was useful for you. So I started to listen this broadcast.
Oh, wow. So one of your friends introduced you about BFM and you've got to listen to this BFM.
Yes, right.
Okay, thank you so much for listening. Okay, then I also want to ask you, how did you get to learn English?
When I was 5, my parents subscribed to 오성식 English. Do you know 오성식 English?
I'm sure he's a famous guy among this English education, right?
In 1980s.
Wow, really? Okay, all right.
That is so popular in that time. I think that was the first step.
Oh, so you start learning English when you were in the age of 5?
Yeah.
Through 오성식 English.
Yes, right.
Okay, and this 오성식 English was very famous in 1980s.
Yeah.
All right, so that's how you got to learn English. And all right, then I also want to ask you, since you have learned English for such a long time, were there any moments like you felt proud of yourself or maybe finding it beneficial through speaking English?
I think my job has changed. My major in early childhood education, so I worked as a kindergarten teacher before I got married.
Oh, okay.
As you know, my job is often very busy and I often overwork it many times.
Right.
So I thought I couldn't stay like this for my kids.
Okay.
And I hit the book in English at the Busan National University and changed my job as an English teacher.
Oh.
It was my best life moment.
Okay.
Nowadays, I worked less time, but had more free time.
Yes.
And now I feel myself.
Wow, now you feel yourself. Such a wonderful quote. Well, I know, I do understand that. You know, working as a kindergarten teacher, you can't really have your own time, right? Yeah. You always have to look after the kids, the children. So, yeah, I think that was a very nice choice. Through speaking English or learning English, you've got to change your job.
Yes.
From, you know, just a kindergarten teacher to an English teacher.
Right.
All right, so that's when you feel proud of yourself by speaking English. Then I also want to ask you, are there any tips or maybe a little tidbits for studying English?
If you want to improve your language skills, you have to hit the book and practice.
Yes, I know. You know, listeners, it might be such a boring and common answer for you guys, but that is the answer, right? Study with textbook, listen a lot, speak a lot, and practice a lot, and that is the only way to improve your English
Yes,
skill.
right.
Okay, then this will going to be our very last but the most important question. I wonder what lies ahead for your English journey in the future.
My aim in English is to become a good and funny English teacher in kindergarten.
Wow.
I still lack a lot of language skills, but I enjoyed in English. I will learn better skills while listening to the Busan English broadcast.
Yay! Yay! I'm sure you can make it. Like you said, you want to be a funny English kindergarten teacher, right?
Yes.
I'm sure you can make them a little bit more, interesting in learning languages. And I'm sure you are doing so well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope you can make your dreams come true. And yes, this is all about today's interview with Jae-young-nim. Once again, thank you so much for joining in today's interview. Thank you so much.
Thank you, listeners.
So see you next week and goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Jenny, for the awesome interview. The person interviewed was Jae-young Kim-nim. In case you're watching it via NoTube Live, Jenny is on the left and Kim Jae-young-nim is on the right. But anyway, Kim Jae-young-nim, a 40-year-old kindergarten teacher from Haeundae, Busan, first heard about BEFM through a friend. And she began studying English at the age of 5 with the popular at the time 오성식 English. Never heard of it, but it was her first step into getting to know the language. And after working as a kindergarten teacher, she decided to improve her English skills by studying at PNU, which allowed her to switch careers to an English teacher. And this career change gave her more free time and became one of her proudest moments of her life. And her advice for improving language skills is to basically study hard and practice regularly. And her goal is to become a fun an effective English teacher. Awesome, cool stuff. Thank you so much for the interview. Once again, you're tuned into 4-Year Busan. The time is now 5:07 in the afternoon. And today's text topic is, what is your favorite flower? And if you know the symbolic meanings of the flowers, share it with us at pound 9050 샵 9050. It will cost you 101, a Kakao Talk message or NoTube Live. We've had a few that I haven't read so far, but let me see. Kala. What is I have to look this up, but Jin Lee-님 said Kala. 열정, 청정. 시간의 중요성이라는 뜻이 있습니다. Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong. Maybe it's Gaia. Maybe it's Kala. I'm going to have to look up this flower. Cool. 고수님 saying, 저는 꽃을 잘 모르는데 어떡하죠? Maybe a flower that you've given to your daughter or other family member? Let us know as well. Okay. Keep those messages coming in. We'll take a quick song break and we'll be right back. This is La La La. Well, actually, it's Lak La 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 by Stray Kids.
바쁘게 움직여 해몸 기타 베이스 드럼 요새 까맣게 칠하지 뉴스 We gon' rock rock 움직이면 don't stop stop Go for a ride 틱탁 멈춘 기타 여기 마이크 플래시 없다 즐겨라 영광이 더 불어라 그 숨에 이 노래 머리 풀어당 늪부터 즐거울라 Oh yeah 이거 즐거운 빈 무대 섞여라 지금 빠른 얘기 빠른 변신에 싹 넣어 But you never seen a stage like this 번쩍
주저하지 않아 so sick 어디든 흘러나오는 대로 move and show it 낮이고 밤이고 낙으로 살아가지 oh shit 피해 꽃없이 부딪혀 쾅쾅 쳐대자고 정적과 부정적 에너지 타파 La 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 la
To For Your Busan, featuring local news, events, and interviews with people in the community. Hosted by David Kim, airing from 4:05 to 6 p.m.
Zooby-dooby, zooby-dooby, bum-ba-da, zooby-dooby, ba-dum-bum. Zooby-dooby, zooby-dooby, 낮에 큐파가 stupid man.
It is time for Zooby-Doo-Bee, which means it is time for a quiz. And every single day we have different type of quiz coming at ya. We have one where you have to guess a city, maybe a famous person based on the hints and facts that I give you. Today is, well, for you to give me your best shot at a Busan 사투리. I'm going to be giving you a phrase and you will need to give me the Busan 사투리 version of that phrase. Yes, so the phrase in question is 한국 식당에서는 이 다른 나라에서 좀 찾아볼 수 없는 장면이 보여지곤 하는데요. 이 계산대 앞에서 서로 계산을 하겠다고 다투는 모습인데 오늘은 이럴 때 쓸 수 있는 표현 한번 부산 사투리로 바꿔보겠습니다. 오늘은 내가 낼게. 오늘은 내가 밥 살게. How can you say that in Busan 사투리? So in English you would say, hey, don't worry about it. It's on me. I got you. Don't worry about it. It's on me. 영어로는 이렇게 말할 수 있는데요. 부산 사투리로는 어떻게 말할 수 있을까요? 오늘은 내가 살게. 오늘은 내가 낼게. 내가 밥 살게. How can you say that in Busan 사투리? Feel free to send me as many as you can think of to pound 9050 샵 9050. It'll cost you 101, a KakaoTalk message or YouTube Live. 오늘은 내가 낼게. 이렇게는 안 하겠죠? 우영님 on Kakao said, okay, can I say this though? Almost sounds like a country name. Can I say this, Jang PD? Oh, 치아라마. This one? Okay. 치아뿌라, 치아라마. 과격해야 진정성이 들어가요. Okay, alright. 치아라마, 치아뿌라마. 치아뿌라. 치아뿌라 almost sounds like my teeth hurts. Okay, 김예린님 texting in. 오늘은 내가 싹그마 말 먹으래. 근데 벌써 계산했어요. This is at the 계산대. This is at the cashier when you're paying. Or maybe you're buying round two. Maybe. 예린님. 오늘은 내가 샀구마. 내가 다 챙겨줄게. Kiosk. You're right. These days. You pay as you eat. Gotcha. 김예린님, I'm so sorry. I misunderstood. 김상윤님. 내삐 없제? 약간 this is 애교 style 부산 사투리. 내삐 없제? 내삐 없제? All right. Keep those coming in. One more. Hey. I gotta think of 고수님 in my mind. 에헤이, 됐다. 됐다 내가 된다. 에헤이 와 그러노. 다음에 사람아 오늘은 내가 계산한다. Alright, we'll take a quick song break and we'll be right back. This is Highway to Hell by AC/DC. So that was Highway to Hell by AC/DC. We're in the middle of our 부산 사투리 추천 받는 quiz time. I asked you to send me the Busan 사투리 version of saying at the cashier when you're paying, hey, it's on me, I got it. It's on me tonight. Don't worry about it. 오늘은 내가 낼게. 오늘은 내가 밥 살게. 사투리로 어떻게 할 수 있는지 여러분의 정겹고 맛깔나는 사투리를 받고 있는데요. Let's see. Okay. 아는견님 with a great one. 네. 오늘 월급 탔다 아이가. 다음엔 네가 살아. I could imagine you doing this. Yeah. 아는견님, I like it. Thank you, man. And then 최희숙님 saying, 오늘 내가 쏜다. 영님 saying, hi, David. Can you give me one too, 영님? Send me your version of the Busan 사투리. 최윤정님, I like this one. Like this. 됐다, 뭐. 카드 낸다. 사투리 알려주세요. 성일이님 so cool. 완전 쿨가이. 이미 냈다. 다음에 살아. And then 다음에도 이미 냈다. Over and over again. And then Lee Kelly님 again. 오늘 내가 산다고 안 카나. 안 카나. Okay. Nice. Let me see. Which one? What else is there? Let's see if we have any text messages. 1957번님 saying, 마, 됐다. 내 사꼬마 많이 물어. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. 사꼬마? 마, 됐다. 내 사꼬마 많이 물어. Well, how else can I say that? Maybe I'll start raising my voice. My tone gets high when I'm speaking Busan 사투리. Maybe I'll 깔아요 the tone. Make it low. 됐다 마. 카드 내가 낸다. Wow, that sounds like, 친구 line. Like when you're saying 네가 가라 Hawaii. It's kind of like, 영님 said, 신경 끄고 그냥 물어. 내가 살게 뭐. Don't worry. Be happy. 돈 내는 사람은 항상 화가 나 있음. set성 이름님. Yeah, because you're losing money. Not 화, but just you're taking care of your friend. All right, I love these. This one's gonna be tough because our Chaka has to choose the winner. But we'll listen to a song so that she could decide who the winner can be. This is 아무 노래 by Jico.
왜들 그리 다운돼 있어 뭐가 문제야 say something 분위기가 겁나 싸해 요새 이런 게 유행인가 왜들 그리 재미없어 그건 나도 마찬가지 Tell me what I got to do 급한 대로 블루투스 켜 아무 노래나 일단 틀어 아무거나 신나는 걸로 아무렇게나 춤춰 아무렇지 않아 보이게 아무 생각하기 싫어 아무개로 살래 잠시 I'm sick and tired of my everyday Keep it up 한 것도 아무 노래나 일단 틀어 아무렴 어때 so boring 아무래도 refresh가 시급한 듯해 쌓여간 스트레스가 배꼽 빠질 만큼만 복속하고 싶은 날이야 You're one of my thugs 어디야 넌 올 때 병맥주랑 깜짝놀게 사와 클럽은 구미가 잘 안 당겨 우리 집 거실로 빨랑 왜 보이는 영역껏 차단시켜 밤새 수다던 시간도 모자라 누군 힘들어 죽겠고 누군 축제 괜히 식숨 생숨 I want my douchebag 점점 까지 못 차지 하다 한 명, 두 명씩 자리 왜들 그리 다운돼 있어 뭐가 문제야 say something 분위기가 겁나 싸해 요새 이런 게 유행인가 왜들 그리 재미없어 아 그건 나도 마찬가지 Tell me what I got to do 급한 대로 블루투스 켜 아무 노래나 일단 틀어 아무거나 신나는 걸로 아무렇게나 춤춰 아무렇지 않아 보이게 아무 생각하기 싫어 아무개로 살래 잠시 I'm sick and tired of my everyday Keep it up 한 곡도 끝나지 못할 바엔 창밖은 쳐다도 안 봐 회가닥해서 주태를 부려도 No worries at all 이미지 왜 챙겨 그래봤자 우리끼린데 늦기 전에 my pants bed 이 시대가 얼마 남았어 편한 옷으로 갈아입어 You look nice 기름하여 얼핏 보면 그냥 코미디 이렇게 무해한 파티 처음이지 만감이 격차하는 새벽 2시경 출장과 감정이 소용돌이쳐 왜들 그리 다운돼 있어 뭐가 문제야 say something 분위기가 겁나 싸해 요새 이런 게 유행인가 왜들 그리 재미없어 아 그건 나도 마찬가지 Tell me what I got to do 급한 대로 블루투스 켜 아무 노래나 일단 틀어 아무거나 신나는 걸로 아무렇게나 춤춰 아무렇지 않아 보이게 아무 생각하기 싫어 아무개로 살래 잠시 I'm sick and tired of my everyday Keep it up 한 곡도 아무 노래나 일단 아무 노래나 틀어봐 아무 노래나 틀어봐 yeah. 아무 노래나 틀어봐 아무 노래나 KOC
아무 노래 by Zico. Welcome back. We're in the middle of our quiz. Well, not a quiz. We wanted you to send in the Busan Saturday translations of I got this. It's on me. Don't worry about it. And we're going to give it to the NutTube commenter who came with a few who said, I'm trying to find their first text with regards to the text topic. Because they and the other person have very similar pictures. It's very confusing to look at. Oh man, which one is it? Oh, I lost it. Oh, it said 이미 냈다. 냈다. 다음에 살아. 이미 냈다. 다음에 살아. 주인공 성이름님. Congratulations. You win a pizza 한 판 쿠폰. 축하드립니다. Okay. All right. So, without further ado, we'll go right into our next segment. Because we have in the studio Melissa.
Stay connected to Busan's rhythm with For Your Busan, airing daily from 4:05 to 6 p.m. Blending your friends' voices with the latest information and news from our vibrant city.
Melissa in the studio with her black shirt, flowers on her shirt. She is wearing headphones with the same hairstyle. Yay!
I appreciate the yay at the end. I'm not totally sure
It's
you
not a diss.
stayed on beat,
It's a
but
compliment.
you know,
Yeah.
it was fairly close.
Did you notice we're starting this segment a minute earlier every week?
Oh,
Look, we started at
okay.
27.
Yes,
To
this
give
is
you
true.
more time.
Oh,
And
why?
for
Thank
us
you.
more because we never get to finish the script.
Yes, that's
You
true.
always prepare too much. Which is
Well-
always better than too little.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Mhm.
Too much is better than too little.
For sure.
But before we get started, I have to give a shout out. One of our listeners, I met her in the supermarket last week. I want to say it was Friday.
Okay.
So if she's listening, thank you for listening and watching our YouTube channel. Yeah, when I met her, I was at the checkout lane and I was buying flour, and unfortunately, I was very distracted because I was worried that I was going to kill my sourdough starter baby if I chose the wrong flour. So it was like a dilemma, you know?
So you're really
you-
thinking and
Yeah, are
having
you
a-
familiar with the sourdough starter babies?
I'm not sure what that is. Is that what you need to make dough?
Yes, to make the sourdough bread.
Okay.
Or you can make a lot of things with it. You have to have a starter, but you have to have an active starter. And you don't want it dead, right? And I'm kind of famous for killing plants, flowers, everything.
Oh, so
I
this is
didn't want to kill
flour.
my sourdough starter baby.
So
yeah.
this flour is
Milkaru flour.
Oh.
Not like
Not
gold
plants.
flour. No, this is
Okay.
milkaru flour. But it
Oh.
has to be like bubbly, yeasty.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
All right.
it's a lot of pressure trying to keep this sourdough starter baby alive, but I'm going to try.
We've had 성이름님 texting in saying 저 멜리사 팬인데 라이브로 처음 들어요. 쇼트로 팬 됐는데 치약으로 팬 됐어요.
Oh, yes. When we
what was
were
it- what's a
talking
chiago?
about eating toothpaste, most
Oh, yeah.
likely.
Oh, that's
yes.
well,
well,
you. Yeah, you're
I
the
talked
star.
about eating
Yeah.
it. You were shocked
Ugh,
that anybody
yeah.
would eat it.
Yeah.
It's delicious. Well, thank you for tuning in.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you, and thank you for sharing that story. Did you meet her or him by chance? Or
Yes,
just at a random
I met
supermarket?
our listener. She was, I guess maybe she was coming in, and then I was in the self-checkout and, frantic about, is this the right flour for my sourdough starter
Yeah,
baby?
okay,
Yes.
cool.
Yes.
All
so,
right.
anyway, it was good. It was very good.
Cool. Awesome. Okay, so we're here for Busan 친구 Talk, where we talk about all sorts of interesting, controversial stuff that's all around us.
Yes. In the segment, we discuss the seemingly mundane parts of the average Busan resident's life, and we break down the ridiculous controversies surrounding them. And of course, throughout the segment, we want to hear your views.
Exactly. So if you have a big one, you can send in your messages via text message pound 9050 샵 9050. It'll cost you 100 won, a Kakao Talk message, or NotTube live. But let's go ahead right into this segment. Let us know what our topic
Yes.
for Busan 친구 Talk.
Today, I want to take a deep dive into something that shocks, terrifies, and then confuses
Okay.
90% of first-time visitors to Busan, our driving culture. Busan 운전 문화예요.
Headache입니다. Headache.
Yes. So if Busan is not your hometown, I want to know what shocked, terrified, or confused you about Busan's infamous driving style and what your experiences are. And if you've lived here your whole life, I want to know how you've come to handle or deal with Busan's unique driving passion. I'm going to call it passion because it sounds less bad.
I feel like if you grew up here, lived here all your life, you don't know that it's like
That it's a little bit insane with
crazy, a little bit.
navigation
Yeah,
and all the
because
things.
you've only lived here and driven here. But maybe if you lived outside and came to Busan to drive, then you'll know that it's a little bit different.
Yes, I
Yeah.
feel like from what I hear from students who are studying for their driver's license, they are acutely aware when they start that process
Yeah.
of how intense it is.
Yeah, the
in
driving
Busan.
culture in Busan and in Korea in general, but especially Busan, was very different because I got my first license in Canada, and then I got my second license in America, and then I came to
Oh.
Korea and I exchanged my American license for a Korean one. And the culture is very different. We can talk. I have a lot to say about this topic, actually.
Right? Yes. So
Yeah.
I want to know because you drive here,
Yeah.
right? You drive regularly. So can you remember your first impressions about trying to drive in Busan City?
My first impressions. I felt like a lot of the times they don't yield. So cars won't yield.
Yes. I think this is not a word that people know, right? Yield. What's that? I never learned that. That's not on the driving test. Yeah, no yield.
What is yield in Korean? It's 양보. There's no yang
양보.
to the bow here.
This is important. 양보. Okay, we
양보.
got to tell everyone. Yield is 양보. Yeah, I think everybody's just so 빨리빨리, right? We're famous for that. So yield gets sacrificed.
I learned that it's okay, instead of yielding, it's okay to just kind of butt in front, or just kind of put your car, just move little bit by little bit. It's the 눈치 game.
Yes, you have to inch your car in.
And no one's going to honk at you if you just do it with some 눈치ness.
Yes. But you do have to be careful, because there are some cars that refuse to let you inch in.
Then you cannot. You got to wait.
Yes.
Yeah, otherwise they'll honk at you.
Yes. Or they'll just speed up.
Oh,
Be like, no, you're not coming in here.
Yeah, you're not cutting me off.
Yeah, I guess maybe they had like a bad day at work. And they're like, no, you did not just do that.
Usually I'll think, they got to get out and take care of business real quick.
They got to go. I always think when people are just really obsessed with, no, you can't cut in. No, I will not yield. It's like, they got to go to the bathroom.
That's what I'm thinking usually.
illegal.
Yeah, illegal.
It must be.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Okay.
Daily Scotty name saying, no 양보, it's a competition.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Who can be first?
Exactly, yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
But then, they also texted saying, when you first drive in Busan, you complain at first, and then later you become the driver you complained. Mm-hmm. That is true. I think I've become...
Really?
Yeah, I've been driving for 8 years now here.
So you do not yield anymore? No
not
yielding?
Not as much, because
not
if I yield...
Mm-hmm.
So this is the thing. If you yield once, all the cars that are waiting will continuously go in front of you. It's not just like one car I will yield and let me go instead or whatever. If I yield for one car, all the cars behind that car will follow.
They're all going to try to come in.
They're not going to stop. They're like, this is a chance for us all to kind of go through.
No nunchi.
No
yes.
nunchi, yeah.
Because this is like zippering is what we expect in North America, right? Zippering, which is like when you zip up the zipper, right? One from one side, another from the other side. So it's like one car goes in and then the next car goes behind that car. Not all 10 cars cut in front of car one.
Yeah.
One car goes in front of car one, and then the next car goes behind car one.
Exactly.
Yes, the zippering. But that's not a thing here if you yield.
I guess not.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little different.
All right. I feel like a major part of why driving in Busan specifically is so hard because of the road organization. Right? And by organization, I mean there's none. Right? Everything. Like the buildings obviously came first and the road's second here. And you can tell that when you're driving. And these days, the reliance on GPS makes it even worse. Right? If your GPS is 3 seconds too slow.
Oh, no.
Good luck. You are now on a 20-minute detour. 20분 우회.
네.
Yeah. Good luck. Have fun. I hope you enjoy the scenery.
Is being nice.
Yes.
I've seen 40분.
Really?
Especially during rush hour.
Right. Because then you're just stuck. It's like a parking lot
because
on
maybe
the highway.
The road that you're on has no traffic. But then, happens to be the GPS is 3 seconds slow. And then you miss that and you do a detour. And the other side of you, there's heavy traffic. Yikes.
That is very sad. Yes.
Unfortunately.
Yes. Because also, GPS, when you're at the rotary, they will say things like, take a slight left. What's a slight left? Am I going left? Am I going straight? Am I going to die? What's
You're talking
happening?
about those 육거리.
Yes.
The 6-way intersections.
Right.
We have them at like Yeonsan-dong area.
In Yeonsan, it's very famous for that.
That's
Samyeon
really
has it.
confusing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very confusing.
The left lane, you're on, we call them 1차선, right? You could go hard left.
Yes.
Like a really hard left, or a slightly hard left, or a slightly upper left.
How many lefts are there? right?
Yeah.
So
it's confusing,
complicated because of the intersection being so big, you can't really see, right? Especially if you're the very first car waiting. You're like, where does this road go?
And you're blocking the lane markings on the ground, which can sometimes be very tricky too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? It's very confusing.
One quick driving tip. Maybe not tip. Maybe it's tip for me because when you're on Gwangwon-daegyo and you make the exit on Yongho-dong area, you know there's two ways to get to that tunnel that connects you to Samyeon.
Oh, there's two ways.
Yeah, one
if
you can make an
exit right away.
Exit right away. You can, but that's a slower way because you have 3 more traffic lights to go through. But then if you exit on the left and then exit right after, you kind of go through an underpass and you skip the 2 traffic lights.
Okay, so you should take the underpass.
Right. So the navigation app that I used told me to take that, but it told me to exit right.
Oh.
So I took an exit right, and then the navigation's like, now go straight. But I'm like, I'm at the traffic light.
Where am I going?
Yeah, where am I supposed to go now?
Yeah.
I got confused at first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because really, the navigation here, I mean, we have the fastest internet in the world, but it still seems not fast enough when you're trying to drive and you're just waiting. Please, hurry up. Help me.
For sure.
Yeah.
맞아요. So confusing which lane I have to go. Daily Scotty-님 agreeing with this as well.
Yes. Yeah. Because I think GPS and I have different priorities.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I don't know how you feel about this, but I want to arrive without getting lost on one try. But GPS, however, wants to ding at me and remind me there's a speed camera every 4 seconds in the middle of my favorite song, right? 고속 camera. And then what? The 과속입니다.
I turn that off. I mute it.
You mute it. But if you mute that,
Yeah.
do you have to mute all the directions? Or can you only mute the speed camera warnings?
I mute all the directions.
See, but if I were to mute all the directions, then
Yeah.
I wouldn't arrive.
Because like you said, slightly left, that's going to confuse me. So I just mute it and I look at the map as I look at the road. My eyes are like moving everywhere. Mirror check, side mirror check, you know, blind spot check, all sorts of stuff.
Okay,
I
so
get
head
tired.
is constantly moving. What are we doing?
Exactly, like I'm in a party or something.
Okay. So that's
Yeah.
how you can deal with it. That's the only solution is just turn the sound off. Because I've noticed, especially when it's a huge traffic jam, like the 추석 교통체증, right? It's like a parking lot, and then you're still getting these warnings about your speed. And you're like, hey, GPS, if you're so smart, you would know speed limit is 100 and I'm going 12. But
you know,
still.
I love the speed camera system in Korea, actually. You know, in America, in Canada too, there's no speed cameras. You have actual police traffic officers that will have the radar guns at you to see how fast you went. And then with the proof, they're like, hey, you went over 20 plus, then you have to pay a fine. But here, you know, manpower reduced because you have the cameras in place. And then there's also 고정 camera. You heard about that?
Is that like the distance?
No, so like
camera?
you have ones that are on the top, the speed cameras at the top, and then you have the mobile ones that are housed on the road, like side of the road.
I see. They have the little box.
Yeah, the box.
Oh, what are they called? Like boxinger?
No, so I think they're called.
That's what GPS always says, like this kind of warning that there's like this kind of camera.
I think I wrote it. 이동식.
Oh, that's the actual name.
It's not a person's name. It's 이동식 means like it's mobile. So,
because they can put it in one box and then in a different box.
Right.
Oh,
and then I asked
good to know.
a lawyer, why do they have so many 이동식s? Why can't I just fix it on the top? Because some of the 이동식s, when you pass through it, they're empty, right?
Yes.
I think 90% of the ones I see are empty. And apparently they're really expensive.
Oh, so that's why there's just a limited number.
Yeah, so like the police stations in its jurisdiction will like pass along which ones they think will have the most traffic violations, and they'll move the cameras around, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it works because then you never know, is there a camera there or
Yeah.
not a camera there? So you have to slow down no matter
Right.
what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's also 단속 camera.
단속 camera.
So you know when you drive and you have the 과속 camera, the speed cameras, and then there's also the cameras that says something else to it. It says 단속용 for monitoring only.
Oh.
But I see a lot of cars because whenever they see a camera, they tend to slow down.
Maybe because they're not using navigation, so they're not sure.
They're not
is
sure.
this going to give me a ticket or is this not going to give me a ticket?
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
effective.
It's effective, but those cameras apparently they're not to tag you in terms of speeding. They're just there for traffic monitoring.
Okay, like to see if there's a traffic jam or if
For
there's some
something
kind
like
of
that.
accident or something.
Yeah, to record
Okay.
stuff. Maybe the police needs to find a certain car.
Oh, yes. This, which is very handy because, like you said, in the U.S. and Canada, it's just the police are randomly parked somewhere in the median or on the side of the road, and they'll just pull you over.
Yeah.
And I know some people might not like having cameras all over, but I always think if I did have some kind of emergency, like in America, so many people's tires blow out.
Yeah.
But then you're in the middle of the highway, in the middle of nowhere.
And no cameras around.
Yeah, and so it's like, what if, you don't have service on your cell phone? Who's going to help? But in Korea, there's a camera. Somebody
Everywhere.
saw that, and somebody can call if you're not able to.
That's what I love about the cameras here in Korea. Unless, I guess, if you're a criminal living here, maybe not
Warning
so
to
much,
criminals,
but-
there's cameras all over the place. You will get caught.
Exactly.
Yes.
GPS is not dependable all the time, said Choi Suk-nim. I agree. Sometimes it's better to know. Remember the days when we just didn't have navigation apps? We had to memorize the map.
Yes, and I had a big road atlas. I actually kept it just for fun. Big road atlas because America is huge. So
Yeah.
it's literally a book, and you turn the page.
Oh, wow.
And so you can track. Oh,
Yeah.
I passed this exit. Okay, it's two more exits.
Oh,
And
you had those.
a huge paper road atlas.
Oh, wow,
Yes.
interesting.
And then there were the days of the online map website. Remember,
Yeah.
you print out the directions and you tape it to the rear view mirror and you just drive and, okay, let's see, I'm going to do a left here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, good old days.
The good old days.
That's right.
Yes, right. Because also GPS, unlike the map, you can't really plan in advance. I guess unless you study in advance. Do you study the GPS or navigation before you drive somewhere?
These days, no.
Okay.
I just turn it on and go. I mean, I'll look at just to know the general direction. Like, am I going north from here? Am I going south from here? Just that. And then I just rely on the GPS.
Okay.
Yeah, or the navigation app.
Yeah, I feel like that's easier if you already kind of know where you're going, because especially heavy traffic, GPS, I think, is MBTI type P. It does not tell you in advance where you're going until 30 seconds before your exit.
Yeah.
There's so much traffic. You can't move over. Everybody's cutting everyone else off. And,
For sure.
you're like, where's the pink lane? Where's the pink lane?
Oh,
Where
yeah.
am I going? Yes. So my personal suspicion is this is why Korea has many people smoking, because driving is stressful. And they're like, whoo, I got to do something to reduce my stress because of this GPS being MBTI type P.
Yeah.
Right? It's stressful.
But maybe that, no, we're not doing that. No, we're not condoning any
we're not
stuff.
we're not
Yeah.
saying that that's a healthy thing
or
to do.
effective thing to do.
Yes.
But there's another culture that's slightly different. Hazard lights, right?
Yes, absolutely. So the hazard lights, this is actually something that went viral on social media, and it really confuses people internationally. So there was this one specific video of an angry dog that got very famous.
Okay.
It sounds a little harsh. It's a very 귀여운 강아지, okay? And he's driving a car and he gets angry because...
The car's driving the car? I mean, sorry, the dog is driving the car?
The 귀여운 강아지 is driving a car.
Oh, wow.
And another car cuts in front of him. So then he becomes a very 화내는 강아지. And rightly so, because somebody just cut him off.
Yeah.
Right? But then that same car that cut him off, they turned on their hazard lights. And suddenly, 귀여운 강아지 was 행복해요.
Oh, I've seen this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? And so the foreign commenters wrote, stumbled over to the Korean side of IG and don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Because we don't use hazards like that.
Yeah, so hazard lights is basically when you've stopped over, maybe your car's engine room started smoking, or maybe you've blown a tire and you have to fix something.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
There's some problem. So you pull over to the side of the road.
It's not meant to apologize to anyone.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Or if you're driving in like heavy fog or snowstorm, something like that where it's hard to see, people use hazards.
Yeah, for sure. In the fog.
Yes.
Yes, I've seen that as well.
Right. But in Korea, the use of hazard lights is, sorry. And my personal favorite, when there's a traffic jam.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. Because brake lights, they don't like show you how hard someone's braking.
Sure.
Right? I don't know if it's a gentle tap or if it's like slam on the brakes. Everything in the car is flying to the front.
Yeah.
Right? So it's very handy to know, we're going to have a traffic jam.
Yeah.
Be ready to totally stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a person who got rear-ended in the U.S. many years ago,
Oh, no.
I wish this was international driving etiquette. Hazard lights before the traffic jam.
I feel like with
I
the
love
social
it.
media and how viral videos can get, these good driving culture from Korea can be, shared around the world.
Yes,
And kind of influence the change there.
I hope so.
One thing that I found was very different with headlights or high beams. In America and Canada, I noticed that when you want someone else to go first, when you're yielding to someone else, you could high beam once or twice to
you
let them
flash
know,
your lights at
hey,
them.
you can go first. But in Korea, if you do that, it means something different.
Oh, what does it mean
It's
in
the same
Korea?
as honking. It's like, hey,
Really?
yeah, it's an aggressive behavior, I feel like.
Oh,
Right? Is that true, Jang PD?
okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
flashing
hey.
the lights
Right.
is like, hey. But so then could it be a good warning? Like if somebody's driving with their lights off at night, which I've seen a
Oh,
lot in
no.
Busan, can you
Yeah.
flash your lights or is that too bad?
So what I
Okay,
do at night, if maybe the car beside me doesn't have the headlight on, maybe because their automatic sensor system is broken, I turn off and on the headlights. I don't do the high beam because high beam can really blind the driver in front of me.
Especially LED. It's really blinding.
So bright.
Yes.
So I turn my headlight on and off to kind of let them know.
Okay, a little
But a lot
warning.
of the times they're
They're not paying attention.
They're not paying
Right?
attention,
Because I've always wondered
Yeah.
this because we have so many street lights in Busan.
Yeah.
So I think that's how so many people can drive without headlights.
I agree.
And they don't realize
Yeah.
it. But yeah, it's very dangerous when it's a black car and you're
Right.
thinking, what? But okay, not high beams. Don't flash the high beams. Maybe lights on and off.
Yeah, high beams can be a little bit aggressive, I feel like. Because that can blind people.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Very,
feel
very
like
dangerous.
in the U.S., this is not aggressive. This is just like people assume, oh, you're just the idiot who doesn't know like the difference between your brights and your regular lights. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think people get annoyed, but not like angry.
맞아요.
Yeah.
We've had Drift Monkey saying here hazard lights are also used as thank you, not used for anything else. In New Zealand, right, Drift Monkey Nim?
Thank you. I like the use of
Yeah.
the thank you for hazards. I've never seen them used for thank you in the U.S., but that would be such a nice driving culture to have.
I think so.
Yeah.
성일이님 also said 운전자가 창문 내리고 왼손 밖으로 점잖게 흔드는 것도 사고의 방법이에요. So yeah, I've seen in Korea too when maybe the car kind of butt in front of me, but they did it so in an aggressive way. At the same time, they felt sorry. They roll down the window and they do this.
Oh, yes. They do
Yeah.
the little wave.
Yeah, so then I roll down. I'm like,
Yes.
I wave back.
I've seen this in the U.S., right? Especially if somebody is really trying hard to get in, to merge, but it's a traffic jam. It's very hard.
Right.
They do roll down their window and they
wave.
wave.
Yeah. They're like, hey, thank you. They even say thank you out loud too, right?
I'm
they
not
don't?
sure. Maybe it's because I always have my windows rolled up.
Yeah.
Right? But they would sometimes give a little wave, a little hey, thanks.
Right.
Yes. So, as Daily Scotty Neem says, hazard lights make you forgive crazy drivers. Yeah. If somebody is like too aggressive, like to cut you off, you easily feel like, why?
I've seen those videos where maybe a couple was walking on the street and the car ran over their feet. And the guy was about to, that was like a joke.
Okay, I thought this was a real video,
and then the
David.
guy
What are you
picked
watching?
up a brick about to throw to the car, and the car turned on the hazard lights, and the guy's like, okay, and puts down the brick.
Nice. Yes, this is the proper meme material, right?
Yeah,
yes.
going overboard with things like that.
Yes,
but
going overboard. Yes. I actually saw this was from Canada. It was some neighborhood prank.
Oh no.
It looked like bricks, but it wasn't actually a brick.
Oh,
and then
threw it.
they stood on the side of the road like, if you are speeding in this neighborhood, we'll throw a brick at your car. And it was a prank, but all the cars slammed on their brakes, and they were very afraid of this Canadian neighborhood throwing a brick at them.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's meme worthy. Luckily, not real.
맞습니다.
Yeah. Maybe a little scary.
Yeah, 고수님 saying 요즘은 사람들이 운전할 때도 예의와 매너를 중요하게 생각하는 것 같아요. 예의, so we're not. It's not yay. It's yay, like manner, manner, and politeness,
Yes.
kindness. It goes. It applies to any situation,
Yes.
including driving.
Yes, we need to be patient. Even though we have some traffic jams out there, we got some not so polite drivers. We need to try to maintain politeness ourselves.
I agree. Right.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming in today, Melissa.
It is always a pleasure.
We were able to go through it all. Maybe we do need to start at 25.
We'll just gradually start earlier and earlier until,
Yeah.
we're here all day.
Exactly. All right, Melissa. We'll see you next week.
All right, we'll see ya.
That was Melissa with us for Busan 친구 Talk. We're going to listen to a very fitting song, I suppose. 클락션 by 여자 아이들. See you later, alligator.
좀 미친 소리 같지만 난